Woo! Hey, it's the Marc and Pete podcast, everyone.
Back again. Another Saturday here in Kansas City. What are we on? Is this episode 13? No, it's 12, huh?
It's starting to lose count.
Yeah. Well, once you get past 10, then it's like, oh. Yeah, pretty sure it's episode 12.
Yeah.
We're at a dozen.
Imagine, like, people having children in the older days. Like, that's exactly how they named them. Like, you stopped keeping track of how many kids you had, and you just named them Quintus, Sextus.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a tradition?
Yeah.
Huh. Never heard of that. And I've never met a Sextus. I would remember that name.
It was a Latin thing.
Oh, this was in Latin America?
Rome, ancient Rome.
Oh. Wasn't built in a day.
Or a week for that. Anyway, what we're trying to do is plan a trip for a week, longer than a week actually, a 9-day trip in, I don't know, about an hour here.
Yeah. So we booked a trip
Right?
to the Pacific Northwest recently, and we've done no planning since. And so I was starting to freak out a little bit because we're about to fly out in about a week, and we've got 9 days out there. What the heck are we gonna do? So might as well use that feeling to create some content, right? And then people will watch it.
Yeah,
At least 3.
at least 3. We've got some fans in Portland.
Yeah. I think, do we?
Yeah,
2.
Ethan, the Blurbs,
Are they fans? I feel like they're kind of
colleagues.
I wouldn't say colleagues. They're peers.
Okay, peers.
Yeah. So the idea of this episode is we're going to plan our trip to. I'm saying the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be mostly the Seattle area, but we're going to be stationed in Fidalgo, where Pete's family has a vacation home. So we should figure out some things around there. But I mean, Seattle, I feel like, is going to be the core of the experience, right? Because it's kind of a tourist destination a little bit, right?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like half the experience.
Oh.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Half the experience.
Yeah,
Well, I'm thinking a third Seattle, a third Fidalgo, and a third Canada.
that sounds perfectly doable.
Yeah. 3 days each.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe 2 days in Seattle, like
Yeah,
two nights,
2 nights.
3 days.
When do we land in Seattle?
That's something I should know.
Yeah, that's important. 'Cause
I think we leave here at like noon.
Yeah, and then but we time travel, right? Because it's earlier on the West Coast.
Yeah. Let me check my phone here. We fly out at 2:25 p.m.
Nice.
and we do a little time traveling, and we land in Seattle at 4:15 p.m.
Perfect.
It's perfect for dinner time and get into the hotel.
Well, and a lot more than that, Pete. I say first thing we do, get that car, and then we go to the hotel, throw our bags down, hit some part of the town. We need to. So yeah, we'll probably only have time to experience one part of town. What day is that going to be? Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday? Yeah. So we're going to have, one evening, one neighborhood,
Yeah, perfect. I think that would be a perfect time to do, like, because we're staying kind of on the water
Yeah.
downtown.
So do you know Seattle pretty well? You've been a few times? I've never been.
Yeah, I've been I've done this like Washington State thing like several times. I've been to Seattle like 3 times,
Okay.
so I'm fairly familiar, but still have a lot to learn.
Okay. All right. So what do you think's a good neighborhood to check out if we?
I think we should do the uber touristy stuff the first night, like Pike's Place Market. will be within range of our hotel.
Yes. I've heard of Pike's Place. And I
it's
was Googling earlier.
Yeah.
I hear it's touristy, but it's still worth, it is kind of the Seattle experience is going to the Pike's Place neighborhood.
Yeah, it's good food, good beer, good coffee, lots of arts.
Yeah, sounds like it'd be right up our alley.
Yeah. So we could explore down there for an evening for sure.
All right, let's check out Pike's Place, see what's down there. Pick out a few destinations and see how close is it really in proximity. Is it walkable? Do we have to drive? What's the public transit sitch?
We're probably gonna have to catch an Uber. So this one time I was staying there, and I was staying like around the light rail. So from our Airbnb, we just got an Uber to the light rail, and we used that to get around, and we'd like hang around the track, the train, because there's a lot of stuff like around the train. The train doesn't reach into this part of the city, so I don't know what the buses are like, but we're gonna be staying like down here, the central business district.
Okay.
And I guess this is what they're calling Pike's Place Market.
Well, it looks like just a few blocks, Pete. Looks very walkable.
Yeah, it's probably walkable.
Or do they have those scooters?
I don't know. That's funny. Like, for the times that I've been there, I just can't for the life of me recall if there are scooters in Seattle or not.
No.
I'm gonna assume yes.
You would think, but I don't know. They do get banned in some cities. So dangerous.
There's like the Pike's Place sign. That's the public market sign. That's kind of like the core little square area.
Okay, that's right. There's a Starbucks there.
This is the first Starbucks ever.
Yeah, I hear that's
here.
not worth going to.
Just some overpriced coffee.
Well, I hear if you want some good coffee down there, a couple blocks away, there's something called the Reserve Roast.
Yeah, that's up the hill, and you can walk for sure. But it's not in the Pike Place Market area.
I hear it's a much better experience though.
Yeah, the Reserve is worth going to. It's really cool.
Yeah. Is that affiliated with any of these major coffee brands from Seattle, or is
It's Starbucks Reserve.
Oh, I see.
But it's like a world class like flagship artisan coffee.
But
experience.
do I really give a shit about Starbucks coffee?
It's kind of cool. I got a cool T-shirt there once.
Okay. Well, maybe. Is there not cooler things? I'm more a coffee at the hotel guy, really. I'm more beer at a destination.
It's a nice walk through downtown though. We love walking around the crossroads here,
Yeah.
It's a similar kind of like vibe, pace, intensity. Just walking from Pike's Place up this hill to the roastery.
Well, okay. So let's remember, it's going to be 5:00 when we get there. Are we going to want to have some fancy coffee at 5?
Probably.
Or are we going to want to have a fancy beer or a cocktail and some fish straight out of the Pacific?
Straight out of the Pacific's mouth.
Where do we get some of that fish everyone's talking about?
Last time I was there, I ate at a little French restaurant, right on the water.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
What else?
I'm feeling more, I just want like a bunch of buttery crab in a hard roll. We're gonna get that.
A crab roll, huh?
Yeah.
Lots of French restaurants down here.
Yeah. Is Seattle a very French oriented city? Is it?
Not that I'm aware of.
I was looking at sister cities. I just ran across something about sister cities earlier. And so I was wondering, I was like, oh, what's Seattle's sister city? And it's some city in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, yeah. Are you familiar with Uzbekistan?
Former Soviet satellite.
Yeah. That's their sister city. Yeah, I was Googling sister cities. I looked up Kansas City. Guess what Kansas City's sister city is?
Is it Seoul, South Korea?
Maybe. They have 13 of them.
Yeah, they're like a lot.
It's just hilarious. 3 of them are in the same country. They have like 3 or 4 sister cities in Mexico.
Wow.
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 I feel like it's so characteristic of Kansas. Kansas City is the guy who pulls up the Tinder app and just starts swiping.
But to be fair, Kansas City is 2 cities.
Yeah, but I think this is just Kansas City, Missouri has 13 sister cities. There's like a bridge, I guess, that has the flags of all the cities. You heard of that?
Interesting.
The Sister City Bridge.
Hmm.
I thought it was hilarious. Kansas City, just I don't know. We got the World Cup.
Hey, look at this. Cutter's Crab House, down on Pike's Place Market.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Looks like it gets busy.
It's nice. There's a park down there, the waterfront.
This is going to be Labor Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
Gonna be crowds.
Nice waterfront area.
Yeah, crab roll on the waterfront.
Quintessential PNW
There
experience.
it is. Quintessential. Nice. Yeah, so can we plan around that? Crab
Sure,
roll,
yeah. We should
bar.
plan around walking down there.
All right. Yeah, I like that so far. It's a crab roll down there. Pike's Place. I hear the Space Needle's not worth going to.
So day 2, I was gonna suggest the Space Needle area. It's kind of cool. It costs like $50 to go up to the top
Yeah,
and
fuck
like
that.
have a drink up there. But there's a really cool museum. There are 2 really cool museums down there. One is like this glass art museum. And then also there's the Mopop, the Museum of Pop Culture. And
I do like the sound of that.
that one is pretty cool. It's in the area. It's great. It's a 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm thinking, because we hit Mopop, we can easily spend a couple hours there. And then you get to see the Space Needle from like up close, but you don't actually have to go up in it.
Yeah. Is the Space Needle, is it
It's
that
like
cool?
right there.
Is it that cool to see?
I don't know, it's a feat of, like retro futuristic architecture.
Yeah. It's just a tall building, right? With the
You know,
bulbous thing on
It's
the
a
top.
really weird tall building.
So whenever I want, unbiased opinions, I search when I'm looking up, and then I add Reddit to the end of the search.
Mm-hmm.
So I get Reddit results. So I did that for, things to see in Seattle. And so I get, this asking our Seattle what non-tourist trap things are fun to do around the city. The most upvoted response is, the Space Needle is not worth a visit. This is an expensive elevator ride we sell to gullible tourists.
Yeah, I've been up there.
Yeah.
I
So
can tell you the same thing.
And then people give some alternatives. So you can go up to the Smith Tower, which I guess has, just as good a view and is cooler, and they've got an observatory bar you can hang out in. Less tourist trappy. Smith Tower. And then there's also Columbia Tower, which is cheaper, higher, and more spacious. And then someone else goes on to say Pike Place has a reputation for being a tourist trap, but they disagree. They say it's pretty cool. Just don't go to the chains, don't go to the Hard Rock. People do suggest the underground tour.
I could give or take the underground tour.
Have you done it?
No, I haven't.
And they say it's a great, unique history of Seattle delivered by comedians.
Oh, comedians, you say?
Yeah,
It's a funny underground tour?
I like to have a laugh.
Yeah,
Everyone loves a good laugh, Pete.
would kill some time.
What are we killing time for, Pete? We need to soak in the experience. Do you know what the ID is?
The thing you put up in the...
No, so I'm sure the D probably stands for district, but what's the ID? The I district. Someone says this person's they live in West Seattle, and they're like, head to the ID, grab a dim sum brunch, hang out at the pinball museum for a couple hours, grab a bubble tea, get some more dim sum, go to a Sounders game.
So this pinball museum I've heard of.
Get a Seattle dog. Is Seattle famous for their hot dogs?
I don't know. Yeah, looks like a lot of dim sum around here.
Yeah. So what's this district?
You're near Pioneer Square.
The ID?
Might be International District. I don't know. It looks
That's
like
what I'm thinking,
kind of a
yeah.
Chinatown.
Okay, well, you don't have to say it with that tone, Pete.
You ever been to the Chinatown section of a large urban area?
That might be worth doing. So how about day 2? We wake up, go get some dim sum out here, pinball museum.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, something to put on the list. Don't worry, we're recording all this, so we can reflect back on it. We're just spitballing here. All right, there's also the Locks of Ballard. You heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Ballard was the kind of nicer neighborhood I was telling you about last night.
Okay.
It's I've been to the Locks of Ballard. Supposedly you're supposed to be able to see like fish swimming like through these locks
Yeah.
or something. There's like you can like go underwater and like see the fish. But when I was there it wasn't that cool.
Yeah. All right.
We could skip Ballard. Unless Ballard might be nice that second night, depending on what we're doing, like what our plans are. Ballard's is like a nice little art street, lots of restaurants, some shopping.
Sounds like Seattle's pretty museum forward. A lot of people are saying check out the museums. So yeah, I think the Pop Museum you're saying. Let's check the Pop Museum, Pinball Museum. How far are they apart?
Mopop is right here.
Okay.
The Pinball Museum is down here.
All right, bit of a stretch. Are we driving? We're driving at this point, though, right?
Yeah, if it's during the day, we can be driving. This one's taking Ubers.
But after 5 o'clock.
We're taking Ubers.
What is the Fremont Troll? Have you heard of the Fremont Troll?
Is it like a troll statue?
I don't know. It says the Fremont Troll is a great place for some fun pictures, and it's free. Check it out, Fremont Troll, Pete. Trying to pinch pennies on this trip.
Whoa, it's creepy.
Whoa, yes. I like it.
Trolls Knoll Park.
Yeah, what's around it?
Giant turtle.
A mall? A vintage mall?
Where do you see that? Oh, right
We
there.
go antiquing?
Vintage clothing, accessories, bric-a-brac, and furniture. Sounds up your alley.
No, I love some bric-a-brac.
Oh, there's this. I just remembered. There's this German place we have to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find it.
Jesus Christ, Pete. I'm gonna need some proof that they recognize the Holocaust as a real event.
The Queen Anne Beer Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember we're filming an audio podcast here, Pete. So talk about it.
It's a cool beer hall focusing on European and local brews, plus eats with an industrial look and ample seats. So it's like this. It's just a giant warehouse space. It's been converted into a German-style beer hall. So like all the names of beer are like German beers that you can't really pronounce or you've never heard of. And it's real good beer. You can get a really good brat there or a pretzel if you're so inclined.
I like a good brat.
And it's a good atmosphere. It's down by the water.
Seems like a strange thing to do in Seattle, but yeah.
Yeah. I like to take people there when I go there.
Okay. And is that around any of the other things we picked out?
It's near Mopop.
Okay.
Yeah, because you literally, I recognize this now. You literally like park on this street, and yeah, it's good food for before or after the museum.
Well, perfect. We'll eat there when we go to the Mopop. After the so dim sum for breakfast, pinball museum, Mopop and brats for lunch. What's the Laser Dome? You heard of the Laser Dome?
No.
There's one comment here. It's just part of a sentence. Go to the Laser Dome.
At the Pacific Science Theater. Sounds like a Pink Floyd-esque light show. It's next to like an IMAX theater.
Yeah, it looks nearby.
Yeah, it's in the Space Needle area.
Let's see some pics. All right, you can see your precious needle. That's not what I was expecting at all.
See some nighttime pics.
Yeah, seeing a lot of dome, not a lot of laser.
There's some lasers.
Hell yeah. Laser Dome. You into it?
Could be cool.
It's no Thunderdome.
I had no idea this even existed. At the Pacific Science Center.
Yeah, so for the folks at home, there's a bunch of laser shows going on in some room. Yeah, looks cool. Remember, we don't know, but we're just brainstorming here.
Yeah.
So another one I see is rent a canoe from the WAC, which is the Waterfront Activity Center. On a nice day, rent a canoe, huh? Paddle around for a couple hours. Be sure to bring wine in a can. That sounds fun. You want to paddle around in a canoe?
When we get to Anacortes, we're gonna have much more time to paddle around in canoes.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you
Yeah,
want to paddle around in a canoe.
that's probably what we should do. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's enough brainstorming for the Seattle portion.
Well, there's one more area that's kind of cool, which is up here, the University of Washington area.
Okay,
Ravenna, I think, is the neighborhood,
I've heard of it.
and it's kind of like a cool like university vibe. It's pretty scenic on the water here. Union Bay is right there.
Yeah, Union Bay there is cool.
So that's kind of just like a cool area. I flew my drone around there once, just in the campus. Like,
Yeah.
you just get these big sweeping like views. Looks like something out of Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that foresty?
No, it's just all these big old like buildings. I don't know if that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it looks like Gondor.
Gondor? Is that a place?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, maybe.
And
We'll
then-
put that on the maybe list.
Okay. And then so that should be lots to do for one night in a day. And then day 3, maybe we meet up with the Blurbs.
Well, how many nights are we staying in Seattle?
2, right?
Yeah. I want to get wasted with the Blurbs.
Oh yeah, so that would be hard on that would have to be the second night.
Yeah, which should be the night that they arrive in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're doing in Seattle. What if they're going to meet friends, Then we can come along?
Maybe.
Should we call Ethan?
Should probably talk to them.
I'm scared to talk to people on the phone. I haven't spoken to Ethan with my voice in 12 years or something.
Well, we did the podcast back and forth thing. That was kind of like talking to him. We were talking to him live on air, remember? Wink, wink.
Yeah, sure. Should we give him a jingle? You think he'd get on a FaceTime?
Oh, not live on the podcast.
Why? Are you scared too?
I feel like it's bad form. Like, hey, buddy, haven't spoken to you in 12 years. By the way, you're live on the podcast right now.
He's a podcaster. He's used to it. Fine, we won't. I'm scared too, Pete. It's all right.
But we'll message them right after this, and we'll make some plans.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Hopefully, yeah, the second night, which will be the second, the day they're getting into Seattle. Yeah, hopefully we can meet up. We'll see. But then off to Anacortes.
Yeah.
which I know nothing about. I haven't done any Googling around Anacortes. But Pete has been there at least once.
So now we have Anacortes is a small town on Fidalgo Island. It was founded in 1891, I learned, although it was long populated by Native American tribes, the Squinomish and the Samish.
Yeah.
Long before that, you still see a lot of that influence in like the culture and like the art there, and the names of the places. Kind of like like in California, like everything is named like based on like Spanish, right?
Sure, yeah.
Up here, everything is like these like Pacific Northwest tribes
Yeah, Native American tribes.
named.
Kind of like Illinois is the same way. You ever go out there?
It's been a while.
All the towns around Chicago are like Waka Wakuga. They're very hard to remember. It's tough when you're an out of towner.
I hear New Orleans is like even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy French Creole bullshit. But anyway, Anacortes. So we have two ways to get up there, because we're gonna have the car. I think this is gonna depend on how adventurous.
Put a pin in this real quick. I need another ranch water.
Okay. I kind of got to pee too.
Yeah. So you're saying something about questioning my sense of adventure?
Yeah. Well, and this is just practical, so we can, I am questioning your sense of adventure.
I'm really excited for this trip because, as I think I've told you before, I haven't been on a proper vacation since at least pre-COVID. And, I've gone on a lot of trips, mostly visiting family, which is great. I always have a great time with my family, but it's always, we're not Irish, but it's a very traditional Irish get together. We just get drunk and be jolly and hang out, in one place. And so I haven't having the opportunity to go adventure in a while.
Well, the Pacific Northwest is a great place to adventure because everything is an adventure up there. Even just getting to where you're going is an adventure.
I want to ride a moose.
You might die. How's this for adventure? So we can drive up the highway. We can drive up I-5, and that's the pretty traditional route to get there. Or we could put the car on a ferry.
Like a nymph with wings? Is that what?
Even better. It's like a large boat with
Okay.
with cabins in it.
Nice. With cabins?
Yeah. And we would sail out here, Seattle.
Okay.
From the Seattle terminal to Bainbridge Island here. So now we're on a proper island. And drive up Bainbridge Island all the way up here.
Uh-huh.
And there are little stops along the way.
Looks very convoluted right off the bat, Pete.
It's pretty easy. You just follow the map. Follow the map.
So you take multiple ferries?
We would take a second ferry here at Port Townsend.
Oh, I've heard of Port Townsend.
Little place to check out. Stuff to do. And then, we take it over to this island, which is connected to Whidbey Island. I don't know. There's an Air Force base over here. But let's call it Whidbey Island.
Would be?
Whidbey.
Would be cool, but
Whidbey.
would be.
Whidbey.
Would be, but it isn't.
Whidbey. Past Oak Harbor. Oh, we get to drive across Deception Pass, which is this really cool bridge.
That was on the Reddit thread. Someone said drive out to Deception Pass.
Yeah, we're gonna do that
Pass.
no matter what.
No. Was it? Wait,
Yeah.
what is Deception Pass?
It's a place where I think a lot of boats used to crash because it's a very narrow geological formation. And there was some sort of famous naval deception there back in the wars of old time.
Yeah, a naval deception.
Yeah.
Now, for the folks on the navel is another word for the belly button.
No, boats. It's all boats. We're just talking about boats.
Oh, I see, like the Navy?
Yeah.
Sailors. Okay.
And yeah, then that takes us up to Anacortes. So it's we'd have to get 2 ferry tickets and like put the car on the ferry.
So is it a lot less driving? It doesn't seem like it.
It's probably it's probably a little more stressful than taking the highway. Because
The
highway is just a straight shot, but it is a little more adventure.
Yeah, I say let's go by way of ferry.
It would be cool. So got to look into ferry tickets then. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm sure you can just get them when you get there, right?
Then we're in Anacortes, and that's easy. So yeah, this is our new home base, Anacortes.
All right, so then we're in Anacortes, and you kind of explained to me how there's like the town is on the opposite corner of the island. So
Yeah, this is all the downtown area. But there are little, it's not far. Anything only takes like 12 minutes.
yeah, we looked it up. It was 11 minutes, but still a $35 Uber ride.
Yeah,
Crazy
that
to
kind
me.
of sucks. So there is this place called the Brown Lantern in Anacortes. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little local bar.
Well, you know what? We did look it up at like 1:30 in the morning. So, let's see what that same Uber costs in a more reasonable hour. Yeah, it's only $21 right now.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
Cool. All 3 Ubers in Anacortes, Washington.
Yeah. Oh, it should be fun. Probably some real weirdos, right?
Yeah.
Because I imagine Anacortes is probably some super gentrified island, right? So who's Ubering up there?
Weird tourists like us.
Tourists, you think?
Yeah.
Do you think Uber drivers do that? They go on vacation and then they Uber wherever they are?
Like a busman's holiday.
Yeah, like a busman's holiday. It seems like that would be a nightmare, though, because it would be an Uber driver that doesn't know their way around.
Yeah. That would be me as an Uber driver. I just would rely on the map the whole time. Pretend I know what I'm doing. So then, but yeah, like I said, home base. So there's some stuff to do in downtown Anacortes. We'll do that. But then there are some little day trips we can take. Like hanging out at the house is cool and fun, and that's kind of a vibe. But we won't want to do that all the time.
We'll try it out. I like the idea of getting some sort of sea vessel and getting out on the water.
So we can take a ferry over to Orcas Island or Friday Harbor. Friday Harbor. We want to take a ferry to Friday Harbor. You can only get to it by boat. There are no bridges or anything. And it's kind of like the nightlife, destination for people from the surrounding islands.
Really?
It's cool. It's just a little community, a little town that exists on an island. And it's great because you don't have to drive. You just catch the boat, can spend all afternoon and night there if you want to, and then just catch a boat back.
Well, then you do have to drive back to the house, right?
It's like 10 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, Friday Harbor. Nightlife, you say?
Yeah.
Nightlife on the island. Okay.
Cool place to explore. So that's a day trip, or at least a half a day trip for us for sure. And that'll get you on a boat.
Yeah, am I going to be able to drive the boat, though?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
I doubt it. I want to drive a boat, Pete. Let's look up boat rentals.
What kind of boat?
A speedboat.
A speedboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to cost a pretty penny
Probably not that much.
to just let you have a boat. I'm pretty sure You need some sort of boat operator's license.
More than renting a car.
I need a license to catch crab up there.
Do you need a license to rent a boat? I don't think so. You don't need a license to buy a boat.
Powerboat rentals.
There we go. All right, yeah, a little steeper than I was thinking. Costs way more than renting a car. Doesn't make sense. Are they worth as much as a car? All right, $100 an hour.
Why the picture of the Audi next to it?
I don't know. Do you get a car with it? Okay, maybe we row the boat. How much for a rowboat?
Well, you could get paddle boards. I don't know. The water gets kind of cold though.
Yeah, I don't want to like touch the water. I just want to ride on top of it. What's that one with the roof? $52 an hour. That's not bad. And that one looks even cooler.
It does look even cooler. Looks like the boat from Jaws.
Yeah. All right, 8 hours for $400. We're taking that boat.
3-day minimum.
Come on.
Sea trial is also required so that we're both comfortable with your captaining. I don't think they're just going to give us a power boat.
What about a jet ski?
I thought you don't want to touch the water.
Do I have to touch the water on a jet ski?
Oh yeah.
God damn it. All right, canoe?
So there's a sailboat charter. I know of a guy,
Yeah.
and he'll let you drive the boat, even with no experience. It's cool. You get to kind of like learn how to sail a sailboat.
Is he a cool guy, though?
Yeah, he is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I be on mushrooms?
you can drink on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know him?
yeah.
Yeah. Can you get a deal?
I don't know if I can get a deal, but I can certainly try.
All right. So, we'll try and get out on the water somehow. Okay, so...
And what we can do is fly the drone.
You're bringing the drone?
So I'm bringing the drone. I have this aerial drone that I like to take with me up here. And there are some parks you can fly it from, and you get like great views of the water and the whole city and the coast.
I like it. So we haven't talked about, so we're going to have to miss probably two proper episodes, right? Because we're going to be out there for 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Or at least, I don't know how it's going to work. One weekend. No, we can, probably one proper episode we're going to have to miss. So we're going to have to create some content to make up for it. But it should be easy since we're off vacationing. But we haven't really talked about how to format it. And what I'm thinking is, some sort of montage, like, various vignettes, that we'll stitch together and hopefully get a normal length episodes worth of content from.
Yeah, I like it. I always love those travel videos that are just like a bunch of pictures stitched together.
And then if we do it, if we have a drone, then we can get all Casey Neistat with it, Is it Neistat?
Wait, who's that?
You don't know who that is?
No.
YouTuber. And he's big on drones, so he's always got a bunch of drone footage with some lo-fi hip hop underneath it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we can stitch that together and then make an episode out of it.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do.
All right. Do you think we can do it all just with phones and drones, or what sort of equipment should we bring?
I'm bringing my laptop.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my laptop, for personal reasons.
Yeah, right. Me too.
And
Hey, what's the Wi-Fi network?
2 a.m. Yeah. So we'll try and work something out. Get something. Yeah, I always worry about audio quality. Do we need microphones?
Ooh, how are we gonna mic it? Maybe we just do the lo-fi music thing over the whole video.
But
Spin up some lo-fi.
I'm hoping we can do it in a way that we can also distribute it on podcast things, so it can still go out to Spotify and stuff.
It's gonna be a little trickier.
Yeah, we've got to be talking through most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can make it work. I think we can. I think we can do it.
Just with the phones?
The Blurbs recently did. They were traveling, and they did a podcast, and they made it work.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, it would take a pretty sharp knife to cut the tension in that car. You know. Tell you. But they pulled it off. A little engine noise. You know, a little car noise, but it was still listenable.
Yeah. Why can't we?
Yeah, we can do it. We do a little plane action, potting on the plane. The rest of the passengers will love that. Yeah. Who do you think we're going to end up next to? You know, that's always weird when it's, you know, you and your friend and then one other person. You know, what do you like? What kind of?
Hopefully, like Kanye, you know?
Yeah. Should we upgrade to first class?
No.
It was really expensive. Sometimes it's not expensive too. It seemed expensive on these flights. Not worth it on domestic flights either. You know, first class is not that much better. They just ask you if you want to drink more often. Seats are a little wider. You ever use the button? You ever push the button to order another drink? I have. They don't like it.
They don't like it?
No.
That's what it's for.
I know, right? But they come. Do you need something? Like there's some emergency or something? Like another IPA, please. Yeah. I think it's a vestige.
Well, ferry travel by boat is like far superior to air travel. It's so comfortable because you just have free reign of the ship to walk around.
Yeah. Is it like a train?
There's a bar. You can just go up to it. There's a commissary. You can just get food. And the scenery is really good. Yeah, you just, it's like a train, but bigger. You could just walk around the whole boat.
Yeah. Do you get seasick?
No.
No?
I don't.
No. Yeah, neither do I. No, it should be fun. I like it. All right. So I think that's okay. So we get in, so we'll probably get in a little later in the evening, probably after this adventure up to Anacortes. So we probably plan on just hanging out at the cabin, right? Some rustic cabin your family's got up in Anacortes, right? Hang out there for the night. Wake up in the morning. What are we doing? What are we doing in the morning?
Day 2. So now we might want to think about like getting some supplies for the house, like food, beverages. We might want to go into town and like just stock it up with whatever we think the bare essentials are going to be to survive.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Although, I mean, we'll probably want to do that on the way up, though, right? Because even we're going to get in later, but not that late. You know, we're probably going to want to have dinner and stuff there.
I think there are some little breakfast sandwiches in the freezer.
I'm not.
That could tide us over.
I'm not eating breakfast. No, let's stop at on the way. You know, whatever the last ferry town is. You know, we'll grab some meat.
Oh yeah, we can eat. We can eat in Port Townsend.
Oh yeah, we could just have dinner. Then we'll be fine.
For a night.
Then wake up and go into town.
Wake up, go to the grocery store, the Safeway.
Yeah, we don't need to stock up that much because we're only spending two more days there, and then we head up to Canada.
Yeah. So there's another day trip we can take from Anacortes.
Although, Pete, what are your thoughts here? Because I don't want to, I don't want to be, traveling all the way back from Canada to Seattle to get on the plane home.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we should do day in Anacortes, up to Canada, back in Anacortes to hang out for a day, and then back down. That way it's just an hour and a half travel both ways instead of that 3-hour mad dash from Canada
to the plane.
Yeah. So how about we get to Anacortes, do the night, day in Anacortes, another night, Canada, for probably just one night in Canada, right?
I think so.
Let's look up hotels in Vancouver. See what we're dealing with here. And what is there to do in Vancouver?
I know nothing about Vancouver. I haven't been there.
Never been?
No.
You ever been to Canada? How many countries have you been to?
I've been to Niagara Falls. I've been to Victoria, which is
Victoria, BC.
Victoria, BC. Just never Vancouver.
It's the tech capital of Canada, right?
$215 a night
No, that's not bad at the Hampton.
at the Hampton Inn and Suites.
Okay. Well, but that's for September 25th. What about for September 5th or whatever it's going to be?
Oh yeah. Oh,
So what day is this? So we land on the 1st, 2nd. Well, the 2nd we're in Seattle. The 3rd we go up to Anacortes. 4th we're still in Anacortes. Yeah, so the 5th will be up in Canada.
it's a little cheaper. 203.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, I just picked a hotel here. It says Vancouver downtown.
Yeah. Well, I'll Google things to see in Vancouver. Reddit. Top one is some pretty vanilla shit. Seawall, aquarium, Gastown. It's a place called the Fantasy Factory. Pete, look that up.
The Fantasy Factory adult store.
Yeah, I hear they've got glory holes.
Yeah. It sounds like a Cirilla's.
A what?
A Cirilla's.
I don't know. Cirilla's.
It's a sex toy store.
Not a world I'm really. Okay. Well, it was on the list. So Stanley Park keeps coming up. Check out Stanley Park.
Is it Stanley with an E? Ooh, big park. Big park.
Ooh. Yeah, so they say it's a must-see.
Sounds like some hiking.
Well, we should get some exercise while we're out there. Pete.
Yeah.
Never killed anyone. It's actually killed many people. A lot of deaths while people have been exercising. People say the sushi and dim sum is off the hook.
Gastown? Maybe we should hit Gastown. Seems to be some cool public art around there.
Yeah, Gastown's mentioned. The seawall keeps coming up too. What is seawall? Oh, this looks cool.
It's a steam powered clock.
Wow.
And here's the seawall.
Yeah, it looks fine, I guess. Yeah, Stanley Park seawall. Nice to walk around. Gastown is cool. Someone says smoke weed. Keep seeing the aquarium. Not a big aquarium guy. Seems cruel to the fish. Oh yeah, maybe we'll rent bikes and ride bicycles around Stanley Park.
That'd be cool.
Never
Love
ridden a
bike
bicycle in years and years.
Seems like the proper thing to do in Canada.
They say it's like riding a bike, Yeah, so that could be fun.
Do we need Canadian money?
I don't know.
I think we need Canadian money.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Vancouver, not
you said you've
Vancouver.
never been
When I
to
went
Vancouver.
to Victoria, we needed Canadian money to get this bus.
The fuck was that? Just cough
Burp.
up a tonsil stone?
Just burped a little bit. We needed Canadian money to get on the bus, and I remember it was really hard because they only took exact change, and that was kind of tricky. So, yeah, I wish at customs they just had an ATM,
Well, yeah, they usually do at airports, when you land in some country. They've got some thing will convert your money. Oh, we'll figure it out. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Yeah, so get up there. So how's it going to work? We're driving up. You say it's about an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can wake up early. Wake up at 9 or 10. Drive up there. Say we get in about 2, maybe just drive straight up to Stanley Park. Find a bike rental. Rent some bikes.
Be chill.
Ride around, till it starts getting dark or whatever. And then, find a place to get drinks by the hotel. Check that out. Wake up in the morning. Go to Gastown. Walk around Gastown for a bit. And head back down to Fidalgo.
Yeah. And that lands us at Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, so that's the 5th that we're staying out there. So then, so it's the 6th. We're in Gastown. 6th, we get back
To Anacortes.
Anacortes. We're there for the 7th and 8th. That's when we can Uber out to Anacortes town and check out Friday land. What's
Friday
that?
Harbor.
Friday Harbor. Yeah, and then by then we're gonna be probably getting pretty tired, right?
Yeah.
So couple quiet nights, the old cabin,
Playing Jenga.
play some Jenga, and then fly back home.
Sounds pretty good. And we've got a nice late flight out on Friday.
We'll have a late flight. I've not had an AM flight in a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Always pick the ones. Flying out of Kansas City, it's always either 7 a.m. or 2 in the afternoon. I always take 2 in the afternoon. I don't care if I get into my destination at 9. It's fine. Well, that'll be good. Good trip. I think I'm feeling good about it, right? But you like that's a solid plan?
Yeah, I'm psyched. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Should we book the Canada hotel, ahead of time, or should we just play it by ear?
We should probably book it ahead of time.
If we book it, then we'll definitely have to go. Yeah. Because I worry, sometimes we're not always so motivated. So we might get down there, might go out someplace and then we're hungover and they're like, do we really need to go to Canada?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll give us some table stakes. Then we really have to do it.
Yeah. I'm just worried that we're for some reason not going to get into Canada.
Why would we not get into Canada?
I don't know. I feel like they just turn people away willy-nilly.
Do they?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
COVID has been such a big deal.
No. Less so now, though, right? I don't know. Look it up. How hard is it to get into Canada? Sure, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Anyone who's fully vaccinated can come to Canada.
What does fully vaccinated mean?
At least 2 doses of the COVID vaccine.
Okay. Yeah, I qualify.
And must use Arrive Can within 72 hours before your arrival to Canada.
Okay, good to know.
It just seems to be some sort of database for travel and public health information.
Awesome possum. Sounds like we're in, Pete. Although you're starting to get the sniffles over there. Sure you don't have an active COVID case right now?
We're just here to dick around.
Yeah.
See the sights of wonderful Canada.
We're going up to Stanley Park to ride some bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing anything criminal, Pete. I don't know why you think that we would be suspected.
I just feel like they would. I don't know. I could just see it all going wrong, but
I think it's going to be fine. And if not, it's only an hour and a half drive. We get turned away at the border. It's not that much time we burned. I'm sure there's some weird shit to see at the border.
Yeah, there's some nice little towns on the way up to Canada to stop in.
I believe it. All right. Well, I think the trip's all planned, Pete.
Woo.
Sounds like we planned the whole thing. I'm excited.
Cool.
Looking forward to it. Well, I hope this helps anyone who's thinking about planning their own Pacific Northwest trip.
Yeah, we're certainly trying. Or hope this helps anyone planning on murdering us.
Yeah, you know exactly where we're going to be. We're staying at the Vancouver Hampton on the 5th.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I hate podcasts.
Oh. Well, this is the Marc and Pete podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. And I always say, why aren't we on Twitter?
We're not on Twitter.
Why aren't we? You think that's not a...
Why aren't we on Snapchat? I mean, it's just, is it really worth the squeeze?
That's
Is the juice really worth the
dead
squeeze?
platform. Twitter is a vibrant platform. You can post clips.
Maybe when we get that third host.
We're not getting a third host. We're getting a helper. Oh yeah. So we're hiring a person to Google things for us, like an intern. We're hiring a podcast intern, and we just posted a Craigslist ad, and apparently there's people are hungry to be podcast. Did you?
Yeah.
What did you post? Show me what you posted, because you were just twiddling on your phone last night, and you made a Craigslist ad for someone to help out with our podcast, because it's too much work. We got some hits already. We have some interested individuals. So yeah, can we just see what your post was and what it said?
Yeah, trying to find that. So we just said podcast help. Need help with producing a podcast. Would mostly be Googling things. Must be okay with being on camera.
All right. And let's see what the replies have been.
1:44 a.m.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're wanting, obviously we're wanting help with the podcast. Would be totally down to help. Let me know if interested. Now this guy goes to university. Forensic chemistry, huh? That could be some interesting expertise to get. Do you still need help with your podcast? Yeah, we need to get some more information. What kind of podcast? Highly interested.
I think people would really enjoy my personality.
We're not interested in your
Wanted to do
personality.
Something involving video media.
We're interested in your ability to Google things. What kind of podcast? I'm interested. A lot of interested parties.
Interested.
All right. Are we going to pay these people?
So we put up a payment, but
Oh, we did?
I really regret that.
What
because
what did it say?
$50 an episode.
Oh. Well, that's not bad. We can pull that, Pete.
Yeah, like for an episode.
No, we can. It's split at 50 to 25 a week. Come on.
I liked this one.
Adequate. Oh, I like that. So we're gonna set up some interviews. Pete? Lloyd. I like that name.
Yeah, lots of replies.
People are interested. All right. So yeah, we might be getting some help soon.
Maybe.
Think we could just pay Pete to do it?
Probably.
Does he know how to Google?
We can teach him. I think it's an internship. He'll learn on the
How
job.
teachable is he, though?
He'll learn on the job.
I'd rather get some fresh-faced, some who's teachable. Yeah, we'll talk about it after the episode.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been fun.
Yeah. Have a good night. Thanks.
Bye.
Smash that subscribe button. Like. All right. We're done. Good app, baby.